Kurt Cobain, Janis Joplin, Melvin Knight, Jimi Hendrix. All trailblazing artists taken from the world too soon. Today, we investigate the far too brief life of Melvin Knight, one of the slickest talking soul singers to ever grasp a microphone, whose tragic passing at the age of 32 sent shockwaves throughout the city of Chicago.
I've booked some of the best talent money can buy. Stevie, Sade, Prince. No one had a voice like Melvin Knight.
First time I saw Melvin Knight, I was immediately hooked. The way that his hips was moving, man, oh my goodness. I should have been up on that stage with him. Y'all notice how I'm blushing and everything?
It was really known around the streets that if you came to a show, you would have to bring at least 2 pair of pants. One for the beginning of the show, and the second after you creamed.
In the aftermath of Melvin's passing in 2006, much of his work was thought to be lost to time, until his children, Moesha, Donovan, and Marvin, discovered dozens of his recordings hidden in the storage.
Honestly, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in my feelings, so I went back to our old family home, and I went to the attic, and I found this crate. It was labeled Freak Box, and well, there was some baby oil and other things, but that's where I found the old cassette tapes.
Thanks to the work of Moesha and head engineer Kurt Franklin, Melvin's music lives on.
She got back in touch with me through an email. She was like, hey, my father made all this music. I heard you recorded it. And he was like, if anyone's gonna redo this when I die, I need it to be that particular. And I was like, okay, I'll do it.
You know, Daddy was always talking about how he wanted his music to be in the world. And it's out there now. And that's what he would have wanted.
What you are about to see are exclusive videos that Melvin himself filmed shortly after recording the project, and reactions from those closest to him 20 years later. Viewers be advised, the content of these tapes might be shocking.
Hey y'all, my name is Melvin Knight, and I just finished my new EP titled BACKSHOTS.
I want to say we started recording in 2003. I was 6 at the time.
Sometimes you gotta go to the young guns. I had to go all the way to primary school. I found a very, very talented young man.
Little known story, we met on RuneScape. It's kind of crazy that he had a 6-year-old record his whole project. I literally had no idea what I was doing on the console. Thinking back, I'm just like, what was wrong with that, man?
I can't speak too much on it. I'm not allowed to speak too much on it.
Many question the ethics and legality of Melvin recruiting a band entirely composed of elementary school children to record BACKSHOTS. It got the attention of the media, but not for the reasons he wanted.
We condemn the music of Melvin Knight. If left untreated, this Jezebel's ideas will lead to the destruction of the traditional American family. That was the Wall Street Journal.
Ultimately, he had to do what was budget-friendly, and after some early missteps...
I didn't say stop the track, boy! Boy, you playing like you playing for free. He is.
The band began to gel and find their voice, influenced by the popular sounds of the early 2000s.
Well, you know, there was a lot of sexual music. Even me at 6 years old, I was hearing some of it. Lil' Kim's Magic Stick, Khaleesi's Milkshake. You know, Melvin had a response to that in the R&B space, and that's what BACKSHOTS was.
It was funny, it was in your face, sometimes it was on your face. It was just Melvin.
Back when I wrote Simpin' is Pimpin', I remember when I saw Bush on TV talking about the towers had come down. I thought about my girl, Patrice. People don't know she was in Building 7 before it came down. She got out in time. And before that, I had just been treating Patrice like shit. And I was like, you know what? As a man, what I would consider to be a high value man, what you should be doing is stepping up and providing for those you care for.
Man, Simpin' is Pimpin', it felt like that was personal, you know? It felt like he had had some experience with that. But he realized that if if he doesn't take care, if you don't take care of your girl, somebody else will.
Pop quiz, pop quiz. Tell me, what did y'all learn? Hey, y'all a smart crowd, look at that.
When I was trying to think about the voice I wanted to help carry forward on this song, I thought, hands down, it has to be DMX. But I didn't have the industry ties or the clout. I found a talented young man. His name is Kari. He wrote an amazing verse for that song and really brought it home.
I always knew Melvin Knight was a genius, man. He's like my favorite musician ever, honestly. I cried when he asked me to be on his project. I couldn't believe it. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
Ultimately, political differences ended up driving a wedge between the two.
I feel like this record is going to really bring the people back together after 9/11, and I think that Bush and Dick Cheney can really bring us forward into a new age of really bringing Martin Luther King's dream to reality. You know what I'm saying?
I fucking hate Melvin Knight. He's such a fucking asshole.
Oh no, I done did it again. I'm in love with a lesbian. When I wrote this song, I was having trouble with ladies at the time. It's all the time, bro. But I just had this bad habit. I keep falling in love with lesbians, bro. I love them. They're wonderful people. We have great dialogue. I feel like we understand each other. This is about that.
Daddy would always say, Lord, these bitches be gay. I was about 4 years old when I first heard him say it. Looking back on it and, listening to the song now. I can't even imagine what he was going through. Falling in love with a woman who don't even want your ding-a-ling.
Okay, so Melvin. Yeah, he was crazy. He was a freak back then. Mind you, I'm a girl for the girls. And I tried to tell him that. I said, Melvin, I don't want you. I'm into Kitty. Kitty, please. It was cute, though. But he was cute until I found out. He was touching tips with my uncle, talking about some bing, touching tips. What does that mean? What does that even mean? All I know is he was doing it, though. He was cute, though, whatever. I would have let him hit.
I don't have a damn job. I lost it 3 months ago.
Even successful musicians struggle with money, and Daddy was no exception. But we always had clothes on our backs and shoes on our feet and a meal to eat at the end of the day. We did find out later that he was providing other services.
You know what I've been doing for the last 2.5 months for money? I've been fucking.
We've all had to do different things to make money. And at that time, I was using my God-given ability in the bed to put bread on the table. And the one thing about me, man, is I'm gonna take care of mine. If I gotta use my dingus, then I gotta do that.
I've been fucking hella bitches.
I don't think people understand that these samples that I pull just come straight from my life. Like, it's not a television show. I was arguing with the mother of my children, of one of my children, at least. I have a small tape recorder, and I just click play.
How did that make me feel? Well, I wasn't there, so, I'm blessed to have been provided for.
I don't think we'd ever seen such a monogamous side of Melvin before as we did on Whose Is It. We slowed that beat down and he poured his heart out. Felt like he had been waiting to get that across.
Every time Daddy played that song, it won people over.
I was with my other homegirl, excuse me, my stomach is rumbling. Tisha, she fucked with me, but I didn't know if she really fucked with me for real, if you know what I mean. And I just had to know, whose is it? Literally, whose is it?
One thing I can say about that Melvin Knight, got straight to the point. We get in the studio, first time hearing the song, I'm like, ooh! Voice of an angel, coming from a nigga in a ski mask. Now, we ain't never had no relations now. I'm a married woman. But you couldn't tell me that this song wasn't no baby making music.
Getting mute on this was actually my idea. I was thinking how perfectly their lines work together with, whose is it and it's yours. Kind of had a callback to an earlier era, like Nas's World Is Yours.
Well, I actually sent this shit to Nas.
I do remember you saying that, yeah. Did he respond?
Nas!
Tisha, she left me like 2 weeks later for my coworker Dorian. So I guess that answers the question.
Everybody wants to know why Daddy had to hide BACKSHOTS. But the truth is, If We Touch Tips, Is It Gay? A song like that could have gotten him crucified.
I think it's a shame that in this day and age, there's cats acting like there's something weird about maybe another man want to get down with another man, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen and learn it. If we touch tips, slowly to the music, is it gay?
When I made the song, If We Touch Tips, Is It Gay? I'm not necessarily saying I'm touching tips, but I'm also not saying that I haven't done it. Stay with me now. Stay with me now, all right? Theoretically, right? If I put my tip on your tip, right? If we were like this, what's wrong with that? And does that mean that I don't still love women?
Let's be double-aging both sides.
I still love women, right? We could love women together, but in that moment, our swords cross.
I don't care what the preacher say. Talk me off like TDJ.
I just want I want America to think. I love women. Use your common sense. It's a question. The song is a question.
It's something I think you should see.
Thank you for having me. My involvement with Mr. Knight, we made acquaintance with each other in the summer of 2002. I was supposed to be helping him engineering on his project, but it turned into a little bit more than that, That song, If We Touch Tips, it's about me.
What?
A lot of passion, but a lot of confusion and a lot of guarded emotion. But also, I have to say, among being one of the more passionate lovers I ever had, he was also one of the most stupid men I've ever known in my life. Good heart, but just not too smart. I mean, sometimes intelligence can get in the way.
From your perspective, was it gay?
Yeah. I mean, that's a stupid ass question. That's dick to dick contact, bro. That's strictly gay. I mean, I don't think he could necessarily deal with that, but
That's on him though, right?
That's me on him.
Control your Shango stick, my ninja.
We may never see another Melvin Knight again, man. He was fly, he was thick as fuck. He couldn't stop creaming. Niggas not built like that today.
He did make some really good music. And I'm glad that I get the chance to return to something I did at 6 years old and redo it better.
Look, my father, Daddy, wasn't perfect. I mean, everyone keeps secrets. I'm sorry.
This project is for all of the simps, all of y'all out there pimping, all the hoes, everybody out there touching tips, from the bottom of my heart to the back of your eardrums. I want you to know that you are not alone.
So if you like what you heard and you want some more, go to Melvin Knight. Melvin Knight music on your mama's record player, wherever you get music from. Just go find Melvin Knight. Melvin like Melvin, Knight like the guy on the horse. Can y'all do that? Say all right. Yeah. All right?